earlier today, we talked to earlier this week, excuse me, we talked to Leroy Horde about what's going on, man. What's going on with everything with the offenses and quarterbacks. We'll talk about that coming up later on in the show as well. But first, I want to get to this thing. Are we moving the goalposts? And people say I move the goalposts because I'm saying, hey, look, don't expect him to throw for 300 yards every single day, every single game. And then I started to realize and think something. I'm already starting to hear some of this noise out here about, well, the Giants are terrible and the Giants are trash and the Browns should do this. Are they going to be over? Are they going to be over? Just really, over arrogant about what they can. Stop playing with me. What we're not going to do is this.
You watch the first game. You're like, wow, that was horrible. But if you go back and watch the second game against the Jaguars, I done watched every throw twice. And to be truthful, when you look at the PFF scores, he has a 77 grade when it comes to passing. When you watch it, he gets out of the pocket. When you watch it, the balls that he was missing against the Cowboys, he's hitting against the Jaguars. The goal of this thing is not to have Deshaun Watson be the greatest quarterback in the world in week 3. All he needs to do is continue to build on what he did well and minimize the things that he didn't do well. So now we can see downfield throws. I like the fact that you're more accurate on the underneath stuff. Now we want to see some down the field shots, and we want to see you get the ball and do some chunk plays. The accuracy was better. I thought the pocket awareness and escapability was on full display. So look, 186 ain't nothing to write home about, but the consistent improvement is what the Browns want to stack on. And I think this week he'll be better than he was last week. And I discourage people to fight the urge to say this, because we can't have it both ways. If Deshaun Watson plays well against the Giants, I don't want to hear the Giants suck. You only play who is on your schedule, because if he was terrible, we'd say he is terrible and it was garbage and he's not good enough. Well, but I'm not tempering no results. He's going to be good or he's going to be bad.
And that goes both ways. It goes both ways. If he plays horrible,
then he going to get that.
Then the fact that the Giants suck very much will be brought up. These were his numbers against a team that is not good.
Week to week.
Again, we're not going to do that. I got a problem with that, man. It's like we can't see whether a team is the NFL. We can't see whether a team is good or bad until we get the results. Like they tried to try that with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, how long is their coach going to be down there? I mean, the Jaguars look abysmal offensively. Stop with that, man. Quit. Like you're using these little gymnastics terms and all this other stuff just to make a point. The point is every single team that comes into this league is got guys that can make plays and do their thing. These games, if you want to tout Vegas so much, why do you think the point spreads aren't every game is like a 3-point spread? It's because they understand how completely competitive these games are. So I'm not going to sit here and minimize his ability or minimize the success or minimize the production that he gets in this game. If on the opposite side, if he comes into this game and he plays bad, everybody's waiting to write articles. Everybody's waiting to be like, I told you so. That's why, be cracking me up. It'd be a quiet week. The Browns win, it'd be a quiet week. And some of y'all is only quiet because you couldn't do the victory lap that you wanted to. But you say, I'm doing a victory lap. No, I'm saying he was better than he was. So let's not do that. I hate when we start chalking up wins and losses. And when we've seen in this league time and time again, these games are coming down to last-second kick field goals. These games are coming down to last-second turnovers. These games are coming down to a penalty here, a penalty there. These games are highly competitive. And we want to just diminish. I hate when people do that. Let's diminish it because that means, hey, did we really learn anything from Deshaun Watson in the Giants game? I mean, that team, they're going to be getting rid of their coach. They made a terrible decision with Daniel Jones. He's the worst quarterback in the league. The number one receiver's a rookie. That defense, are you serious? They were carving them. Stop with that. Good gracious, man. I listen, the real dudes that understand the game, understand the football out there, understands that it's week to week. And sometimes I just get so annoyed with it because it's like, come on, fellas, you're smarter than this. You know that. You know, if we'd have lost to the Jaguars and we had 13 and they had 18, we was going to be all over them. We was going to be all over. Why is he the guy? Why this don't matter? Why all of this? We would have done it. So I'm just trying to stop y'all right now. We're not going to do that. And if they beat the Giants, and if they do, I'm on to the Las Vegas Raiders, and then I'm on to the Commanders, and we're going to take every single game by game, throw by throw. I'm not about to simulate and fast forward none of these games. I didn't sit in the offseason way too long talking about guys in their basement coming up with top 10 lists or rankings for the guys. And now we get to the season and I want to fast forward past the Giants? No, I'm going to digest every second of the Giants game. I'm going to digest any wins, losses. I'm going to analyze it. I'm going to break it down. And then after we get that out of the way, once we get a win and secure a win, I will then move on to the Las Vegas Raiders. All this other stuff, I'm not doing that no more. I'm sorry. I'm not going to engage in it because we do too much skimming over the stuff that actually matters. And I'm asking myself, are you watching the games? Are you watching what's really going on? Because everybody I bring up here, everybody I talk to, all the former players say the same thing. But I mean, all the former pros is saying the same thing. So you got to ask yourself, if all the former pros are saying the same thing, is it them that's off or is it us? I'm just saying.